Next up, we have Kashif. Come on down. Yeah. He's also from CallisonRTKL, has 10 years experience in architecture, and his fun fact is he loves to paint. All right, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much for that introduction. I'll try my best. All right. So I'm going to be talking about Scriptathon. Like it sounds, it's something to do with scripts. And what it looks like is it's a part of Dynamo. So I'm going to give you an introduction about this process that we tried to implement Dynamo within the office. And this is what it is all about. So let me just give you a brief introduction about the company. So I'm from CallisonRTKL. We are 1,700 employees across 15 offices throughout the world. And one of the biggest challenges that we have is that we have so much diversity that we actually have to figure out what we do throughout the office and how is it the best way to connect every one of us. So what is it that we do? We actually do everything. We have small projects and large projects across all sectors. So we've got residential, healthcare, hospitality, and we even make cities. That's literally terraforming our planet one project at a time. So this is really huge. And with that much diversity, what happens is that everything gets very far apart. And what we are trying to do here is that we are trying to do something for scripting, but at the same time collaborating with two of our distant offices, which is London and Dubai, and trying to figure out if we can do something with both of these important factors of office work life. The other thing that we also wanted to add was that we wanted to increase the awareness of the digital technology group that we have in the firm for our two offices. And that was a very important part because the people in our office were not able to tap into this just out of awareness. The next most important part that's applicable to every office out there, and that's strategic partnership. This is something that is very key in today's time, and this is where Autodesk came into the picture and identified themselves as the partner that would help us escalate this to a global platform. And we had everything else, but what we were now missing was the one thing that everyone can experiment on. So we went to screens. I believe screens are the hello world of scripting. Anyone who's done scripting has definitely done a screen in their life and typically starts off from here. So we chose this as an element that everyone works on. And we almost have all the ingredients that was necessary to construct an office-wide experiment. We had people who were available for feedback. There were people who were available for troubleshooting. We organized awareness programs within the office. And the most important part was that we also created in-house instruction videos for a couple of typical screens. Now the issue was that we were afraid that these screens would be an impediment for a lot of our colleagues and they would end up replicating the exact screens. But what happened was the exact opposite of what we were thinking about. They all brought with them their own ideas and their objectives, and they took the scripting to another level, and the spin-offs were just amazing because it was just a portrayal of their personalities that were overlapping on the instruction videos that we gave them. And so obviously, because competitions usually bring out the best of your motivations, and so we also opened this as a competition, and we obviously awarded a lot of these people who participated and created these amazing scripts. Autodesk, in fact, sponsored one of the biggest prizes. That was a free ticket to the Autodesk University London event. And at the end of this entire few weeks of Scriptathon, we were able to create a huge database of training video, awareness, marketing material. We had reusable scripts that could be then dispatched to other projects. But we obviously went back to our drawing board to understand what exactly happened and to study about this a little further. And if you see that we ended up having more registrations, but did not have the same number of submissions, and the submissions dropped significantly. So we were worried that maybe because it was too technical as a subject, a lot of people did not really sign up. But again, to our surprise, it wasn't because they did not have technical capabilities that they did not submit. It was actually because they were afraid of failing. And this was a very important thing that we learned during this process, because this told us that we, along with giving technical information, we also need to inculcate an environment where people are willing to fail and learn from it. And that brings me to the positive part, that most of the people who actually participated because they wanted to learn something and they wanted to be curious about what was happening. So with that, let me just share with you a couple of scripts that my colleagues have made during the Scriptathon. Special appreciation for these people. A lot of you might say that these are very generic scripts, but the best part about these scripts are they were made by the HR department. These people are not even designers to begin with. They just did it because they were curious. And this shows you how simple this thing can be, and you don't need to be an architect to do something like that. Juan actually designed this screen, and the best part about him was that he was an avid Grasshopper user, and he actually just learned this tool in a day. Like, he started using Dynamo, and the knowledge that he had on Grasshopper almost translated immediately onto what he was doing over here. Elias loved origami, and she wanted to test out if she could use Dynamo to do that, and she was able to do the screen very well. And the best thing is that after this learning experience, she actually went on to exploring Refinery and is now pretty good at it as well. Mohammad Kazendar is another one of my colleagues. He in fact went out of his way to identify a plugin that would allow him to use T-splines on his script. Got in touch with the IT department, got the approvals required, and installed the tool on his computer. Showed amazing dedication towards what he wanted to do. And then there were also people who did not really wanted to compete, but just wanted to demonstrate what scripting can do. And Aya in fact connected her Microsoft Xbox Connect to the screen and showed how human interaction can influence design. And she gave us a live demonstration. So, and this is just a small sliver of all the scripts that were created during this period. And you could see that people actually went ahead and almost went crazy with what they learned at this moment. And this is what Scriptathon did for us. And the best thing is that the 6 people who were the core team of this project are actually, like 4 of the 6 people are actually attending Autodesk University, are in this room right now. So if you want to replicate something similar, please go talk to them. We've got Jason, David, Cueva, all of these people know all the things that have happened in the past, and please talk to them about this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashif.